Hi, welcome back to Comicbook Gallery. I'm your host, Joaquin. As I stated from last week, I was going to be visiting my relatives down in Southern California, so I'm here at my uncle's place, and he let me have a room, which I'm grateful for. Thanks, Neil. And I wanted to make this video earlier today, but I had a really bad migraine. So as you can see, lounging in my pajamas because it's close to 8 p.m. And I want to start the video off. It's New Comic Book Day, and I've got a really good book to show you at the end. Like on most videos, I try to show you what I've been picking up off of eBay and talking about what I paid for the price for it. But New Comic Book Day. $36, people, and 90 cents. So let's just round that up to $37. Ouch. So 5 books at $3.99. That's the norm now. 1 book at $7.99, which I'll be showing you. Excuse me. And another book at $5.99. That was pretty... Sorry about that. That was a pretty big hit because normally I'm trying to keep it under 20-25. Oh, by the way, I like the shirt. It's very appropriate for today for 2 different reasons. Okay, but let's just start with the first book. So this is a Marquez cover, $7.99 gatefold wraparound, and this is the reason that put me over, and the other $5.99, but I couldn't pass this up. Yes, I drank the Kool-Aid on this, but I'm a big X-Men fan, so they got me on this one. I was willing to spend the extra money to get this cover, but I don't approve of them doing this, right? I mean, this is just a little bit out of hand, but it is what it is, and people like me are going to continue to buy these, and that's why they're going to be able to do it. But what I didn't do, excuse me, was go crazy with the other variants that they had. Though I did see I want to say Scotty Young, Scotty something, I should know his name, but he had like like little kids as the X-Men. And I thought about that, but I was like, no, I'll just wait a few months and that book should drop. And I should be able to pick it up with one of my lots that I'm always doing. And if you haven't had a chance to look out, on Monday, I did a video called What's in the Mystery Box. And you have to check that out because in the comment, I left how much I paid for that lot. And it was like $25. So check out that video. Mystery What's in the Box for $25. All those books I got, you can't beat that deal. And the reason why I brought this, I'm still holding on to X-Men #1, is because Uncanny X-Men, right? Yeah, Uncanny X-Men #1 is that they were talking about in the next 9 weeks, they're going to be every week they're doing this story, which I'm okay with. I would really like to read this story because it sounds like it's going to be interesting. So Jamie, Multiple Man, he's going to play a big part of this. He kicks off the story. Also Legion is going to be making an appearance, and some new Horsemen, and a familiar Messiah figure, and even the return of the Age of Apocalypse. So they're already throwing this out there, and that's a spoiler. I'm not going to get into what else that they did because I would like you to read this yourself. But I don't recommend this for everyone. I mean, you got to be a hardcore X-Men fan. And this is my favorite group. That's the only reason why I bought this. Otherwise, I would have passed. And I'm going to show you the second book that I paid $5.99, and I didn't get a variant on because I passed. I'll get a little organized here. So, Avengers #10. This is number 700. And I hope you guys can see this. Okay. Um, I'm not too impressed with the storyline with this. I stopped collecting after about 5 or 6. And the only reason why I picked this up because it was the 700th issue. But it really, I don't think of it as a 700th issue. I think of it as number 10. Because a 700th issue means they went up from 1 to 700. And they didn't do that. So, that's my little soapbox moment. There's a lot of people who've been talking about that. Because all they do is just reboot the series every 3-4 years. It used to be 5 or 6. And now they're just getting greedy. So I don't buy every number 1. In fact, you're going to see what my channel is really about at the end and what I am sinking my money into. But Avengers 700, had to get it. I heard it was a good read, so that was part of the recommendation why I picked this up. But otherwise, I wouldn't have picked this up. Catwoman. Oh, this is a gorgeous art germ cover. This is a great example if you want to see something that's abstract. Sorry about the glare, people. I'm going to work on this and get better lighting and figure out a situation. But for tonight, I got to go with the flow. So what I liked about this cover, and the reason why I say it's abstract, is because you have Catwoman's face in the middle, and then you have Batman's mask all the way around it, so which I thought was cool. So that was really creative for me. Yeah, I know there's a lot of glare, like I said. Sorry. I'll fix it for next week. Venom number 8. Looking forward to reading this. This has been a great series so far. Great cover. Black Order variant number 1. Because it was a $3.99, it was basically a cover. I didn't have an issue getting this variant. And I've been hearing some good things about this story, so I'm looking forward to reading this. And I did like the cover. So I believe the Black Order at this period in time is not in service of Thanos. So that's what really intrigued me to get the book. I heard about that. And I know I have not really been reading Captain America. I've been buying some of the variants, but I bought this cover because of the artwork on here. I mean, look at this cover. So here's Selene, the vampire, and normally I don't see her in Captain America books, but then I wouldn't know. I'm not that big of a Captain America. I don't really read him that often, but the cover is just so great. I mean, look at I'm talking about perspective here. Sorry, I'm trying to look at what I'm seeing. But the foreshortening, the movement, the flow, the use of colors. This is just a great cover. So I had to pick this up just to show you what good art's supposed to look like. Which is the reason why I have not been reading Thor, the current Thor. And I've been hearing a lot of good things about some of the stories, but I can't read it. It's just too much of a cluttered mess. I do appreciate the direction that they were trying to do with the art style, but nah, it just, the colors just blend in too much for me. I can't read it. So I gotta pass on Thor. And here's a Matina cover, which I thought was a really good job, Killer Croc variant. And so really, you want to look at it like this. It's kind of just, falling down. It's nice, people. So I got this for $3.99. And I'm going to give a shout out to the comic book store that I discovered the last time I was down here. It's called, I'll say it's Comic Book Madness. Yeah, Comic Madness in Chino, California. So if you're in the Southern California area, you get a chance, stop by. Also, they gave away their comic shop news, and they're talking about Batman Damned. And they had an interesting article on the back about it, and I'll just read you a little highlight from it. So for those of you who want an update about Batman Damned, the book is delayed with Batman Damned 2, pushed back from late November to December 5th, and the third and final issue for the limited series now pushed back from January to March. The book has not been canceled, and all three will be released, which I don't even know why they'd have to put that in there. I don't know why they would cancel that series, because the first book was just flew off the market, and they further note that they're not gonna at the moment going to be doing a reprint. So there's that for right now. So the book should still be holding where it's at, between 30 and 50 bucks. Even with a reprint, it's not going to drop the price on that, just because of the controversy of what was inside. You know, we all know the Batwing people. So what I did like about these is, so here's a let you know, Batman Who Laughs #1 coming soon. So they have it in order alphabetically. And I thought this was cool. So not every comic shop I've been to carries one of these, but this one down here does. So I thought I'd give a shout out. This is nice, just because they throw this in your bag. And the reason why I'm wearing this shirt, and it's appropriate, is because I'm not going to wear this shirt every time, but I don't spend that much on new books per week, even though that 36 was way out of hand. If you subtract that 14, you know, that puts it at like 20, 22, 24, around there. So that's what I would normally spend a week. And as you can see, I spent $70 on this book. So the X-Men Blob #7. That's right. So all of you know I'm a big X-Men fan, because I just said it earlier in the video. But for me to get a #7, now it's not the condition that I want, but you know, for right now, this is all I can afford. So this is why I stress getting, you know, keeping a budget and not spending that much on new comics. Because I'll give you a really good close-up of this book. It's because if you save your money of $25 a week, at the end of the month you have $100 and you can go and look for bargains. And so for me to get this book at $70 with shipping, I thought was a good deal. It was a good deal for me, and I've never owned an X-Men #7. I mean, I have 8. But overall, I'm very happy with this purchase. And I read this book before I did this video. And the storyline is, at one point, Professor X finds the Blob. I believe this is the second appearance of him, maybe. But they discover the Blob, and Professor X leaves a mental block on him, so he forgets that he met the X-Men and who the X-Men are, because he found out who they are with their secret identity. So Magneto discovers him, and he tricks the Blob into joining forces with him. Excuse me. And a battle breaks out. You know what? There's one more like little tidbit I should throw. So at the beginning, all the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants are getting together because Magneto has summoned them. And Mastermind has a huge crush on Scarlet Witch. I mean, I'm telling you, like, he is all over her, trying to tempt her. He goes, with our powers combined, we could even beat Magneto. And she's like, I don't want nothing to do with you. And, you know, he's changing the room. And he's like, look, no matter where we're at, we can live in a palace. And she's like, no, I don't believe in you or your illusions, basically. And she wants nothing to do with him. And then Magneto comes in and he corrects the situation. So back to where I was at. They go to the circus. They meet Magneto. They meet the Blob. They convince him to join the team. The Blob gets into a fight with the X-Men. at one point, Magneto is using torpedoes as a shield around him, and all the X-Men are gathered in one spot, and the Blob's there too. And so he doesn't care about, he just considers the blob collateral damage. So he shoots all 3 missiles at the X-Men. They all survive because they stand behind the Blob, who takes the full impact. So at the end, the Blob turns down the team and decides to go solo. But and that'll do it, people. So if you like what you see, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, hello. Welcome to my channel, and hit the subscribe button. Just to let you know that Monday through Wednesday, I do comic book related. I could take it to Thursday or Friday too, but Thursdays, I do sketchbook Thursdays because I'm an artist, and I'm trying to segue and promote my Patreon page, which is comic book, one word, and then gallery. So right now I'm focusing on a program teaching little kids how to draw, and I want to use that money to be able to start traveling to schools. I mean, it's one thing to have this program on Patreon, which I'm glad that I can put this program on a platform to reach so many people, but I like to teach little kids up front so I can help them, and they can ask me questions and just experience, when they start learning how to draw for the first time. Because when you see that little look in their eyes of the accomplishment, it just makes everything worth it to me. Because I'm an artist, always will be, and I just want to bring this program to kids, and I'm also going to be expanding the program within a year. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm promoting. So, sorry, my throat's a little dry. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will catch you later. All right, close up. X-Men number 7. Gotta love it. Gotta love this. Bye.